Okay, welcome back, guys, to the final round of day one of Lekki Scrabble Classics 2025. It's been a long day, and I've had an exciting and tiring as well. I am tired, so I can imagine how our players must be feeling as well. So this is the very crucial stage, and fatigue must have set in at some point, but this is where stamina as a player would have to come in. So now for our final round of today, round 11, we have Ogolade Oluwasogo and Jimoh Abdulmumin. So I think Ogolade is to start. Okay, I can see EACYIKW on his rack. And it's best choice to play something like Wiki, Waki, yeah, something along that line. Okay. Okay, interesting. I'm seeing WACKE come down. Thought I'll say something like WACKY coming down, but that has been committed. Moving on, we have the first blank of the game already, but unfortunately, we have um all consonants to go with it. So there's VLSFF blank D for the moment. So my top choice would probably be to okay, it's VLFVSLSD blank 2S. I think we're either going to see an exchange or a short play. Okay, as expected, we have FAVS come down for 10 points. Immediately, I see JOYS come down from Oguntade. 30 points. Mumin has SLIDAL blank. And he has a couple of bingos to play. So the highest would be to play to the E of Waki, going through the triple word lane. So the word would be slidable, making the blank B. Or in the same spot, you could also play Spadille, making his blank P. So SPADILLE or slidable, both 80 points. So let's see the one in place first. And slidable it is for 80 points from Momin. That has been committed. So now we have HU high hey OEL from Ogunlade, and I see he has arranged HUIA. Wondering where he hopes to play that. Well, he has options of playing Joao through the Joual for 24 points, or Joule, the same position, but that risk opening of the triple lane. So you might choose to play safe by playing AUE coming down across Joyce for 19 points. So let's see which options or what he ends up playing. Okay, I say he's taking his time. Having this type of rack would definitely make you slow down a little bit. Also, for 20 points, it can play Oya, which is OHIA, under the B of the slidable. So I see him arranging something different. That is old. And old has been committed for 20 points. Moving on, we have DGMA DRT from moment, and is playing really quickly, and is playing Dogma for 22 points. The top choice would have been to play Goddamn, which is GODDAM, in the same point for 4 more points. So Dogma for 22 points has been committed. Back to Ogulade, we have PXOIEUO. And his top choice would be to play Expo, which is exactly what we are saying, coming down for 50 whooping points, leaving I hold you. Moving on, we have MYDESRT from Jimoh Abdulmumin, and the top choices will be to play Try just beside the all for 42 points, leaving DEMS. And that is exactly what we're saying. Try for 42 points. They are literally trying for the 1 million naira right now. No pun intended. And that has been committed for 42 points. Now back to Ogulade. We have I see RUHISUO. Double high. So saying here his best choice would be to play you under the dogma or you hooking the Y, but that would leave him having IIRSU on his rack. So I'm not really sure about that. Already I can see Mumina's bingo ready towel. Okay, so he went for your beautiful. Your for 27 points. Now back to Mumin. He has DEMENTS. And some of his best choices would be to play. He could play the dements right under the whack, hooking the D to the whack to form whack. That would give him about 78 points. With the floating eye of slidable, he has the stop move of 81 points, which is Tidesman. So I see him thinking, I'm curious to know what he does end up with. Also, he has Smarting, a 9-letter bingo from the. Oh, interesting. And that is exactly what he's going for. Smarting for 65 points. This is not exactly the highest scoring bingo of this turn, but it definitely does something. So Smarting has been committed by Mumin. Moving on, we have SREUUI for Ogulade. And I don't really like this house, to be honest, but I think I would exchange, or if I don't, I would possibly play to the S that's been opened, maybe SUI, or play UMU to the smartened, forming UMU across both sides for 15 points, leaving EIIRS. Okay, so the an exchange it is. Moving on, we have TORIIEE. Both players have been having about duplicate styles for 2 rounds now. So now let's see what he comes up with. Tori. Okay. You see Tori coming down for 18 points, leaving EE. Moving on, we have OESQEHR. And immediately we see QI coming down for 22 points. Back to Mumin, we have CEA, ABCEEOE. Okay, I believe they played Apsis. Yeah, Apsis. Probably to dump cows. Apsis for 13 points, leaving OE. Now back to Ogulade, we have OESEHRG. Now his top choice will be to play either HOG, but that's going to open the triple lane. HOG just beside Smartin. And that is exactly what he's saying arranging. HOG will score him 34 points, leaving EERS, and that has been committed. Now we have WADEZOE for Abdulmumin. So the top choice would be he could play Wild from the Apsis, the E of the triple premium towel coming down, WALED for 36 points. And he could play Adze, hooking the D to the whack, and ADZE, the Z sitting on the double letter premium towel. Now, of course, it goes for WALED, leaving OZE for 36 points. Now we have NESEROI for Ogolade, and it's not it's looking, I don't see any 7s or 8s, but it would probably want to balance and hope to be this next round if he picks well. Okay, I'm having a little break in transmission here. So just in case the feedback is a little slow, please bear with us. Okay, I can see my screen once again. So I believe Ogolade played EF or E. Yeah, I believe he dropped E, just E. Okay, that'll be for 10 points. And having VIFOEZE on Momin's rack. And I see you can play Advice from the A of Slidable coming down for 34 points, leaving FOE. Okay, he's taking his time on this round. And I believe he arranged ZE to the side, possibly open to play at the top with the E hooking the THE and the Z on the triple letter, scoring 38 points. But I see something different now. I think I see SIF. SIF has been committed by Mumin for 18 points, leaving EEOZV. Now I'm going back to Ogulade. I believe is playing. Oh, it's playing senior. Okay. Yes, senior and N. Okay. So senior has been committed for 36 points, I believe. Now back to Muminia. ZEATVOE. Now we could play Azot. Okay. I really do believe Mumi don't want to use his Z now for reasons best known to him. So it's going for fight for 29 points, leaving AEOZ. Okay. That has been committed. Now back to Ogulade with a rack of NAIGBIN. Okay. Double highs and double N. His options are quite limited, but it could play Banning if he's trying to play out enough to pick up more good tiles from the bag for 28 points, but that will be opening up the triple lane. And he could also play BIB just beside Lobe. So I believe that is exactly what it went for. BIB for 21 points. Remember, the blank is B for slidable. Now back to Mumin. We see him moving fast. He has eventually played Z. So, and is going, he went for ZOA. Correct? Yeah, ZOA. ZOA for 37 points. Quickly, we see Lunating coming down, which has been challenged. So let's find out. Okay, and it is a funny, and it has been taken off the board. So back to Mumin, we have okay, I see the second blank, LUTREER blank. I don't see a 7 here. Is he going for ref? Okay. I'm seeing RUT, which is the best move for this turn for 19 points. With the R hooking the whack for Waka. So back to Ogulade, we have you. Okay, pardon me, is yet to commit this move. Okay, I believe he went for his initial. He went for R. It just added the R on top. Okay, that is quite interesting. For 7 points, I think I see MNA coming from Ogulade for 19 points. And back to Mumin, we have UNRLET blank. Okay, the only available bingo I can land on this board is Antlia from the A of Slidable, making the blank I scoring 64 points. But it also opens the triple end. So question now is, would Mumin go for it or would he not? Oh, interestingly, and this is why they are masters player, I see Retinula coming down, hooking the Zoa. This is very interesting. For 57 points, scoring about 8 points less than Antler, but at least it doesn't open the triple lane. But this also opens the triple lane just below it. Now, Ogulade has the rack of NIAPUGT. Okay, given his rack, his best choice here would be to play Guinep for 30 points through the E of the now opened triple lane. GUINEP. If he spots it. Okay, he's taking his time on this one. And it's just NIO high left on Momin's rack. So if he's able to spot this, he will have 80 left. And exactly, I see that coming down. Guinea for 30 points. Beautiful. Now IINO left and to finish by hooking that to the end of the Guinea, and that is exactly what is done. Union for 9 points and ultimately wrapping up the game, I believe. Whoa. And with that, Mumin wins the last round of the game, and day one of the Lekki Classic has officially come to an end. It's been 11 rounds in the books, and we've witnessed brilliance, resilience, and plenty of surprises on the boards. So the leaderboard tonight is only a tip of the iceberg, because tomorrow everything can still change. So players will rest, reset, and hopefully return sharper for day two, where the real battles for glory will continue. So tomorrow would be having 7 more rounds to complete the 18 rounds. And from the first out to the last, today has shown us the spirit of competition that makes this championship one of the toughest in the Scrabble calendar. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow for more action at the Lekki Scrabble Classic. I remain your humble commentator, Opeolua Omotayo. Thank you for watching.
This was what I had. Z O. Yes, that's why I kept it. I want you to bingo so that I'll be able to score the Z, and I didn't have the blank. I just pick it after.
Of all the places you could have played, you had to. If you don't play here, you had to play here.
Scrabble.
And I saw you go there, like,
What's your number?
26.
You said your number is 22, right?
26.
Yep.
This should be your
Game 11.
how many?
I lost 2.